introduction. And one thing I want you to know is I am a real person. This is my real profile. During this video, if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask me, don't hesitate to reach out direct to me in Facebook. Do know I am a real person and I am here for you. I'm not just someone that's giving you an assumption or an opinion. These are real facts that I'm about to share with you because I've been so heavily involved with OneCoin, now getting close to a full year. And that's what we're about to go over. I'm about to do a long overdue overview. But I just really want to show you what exactly we're all going to be covering before we get into it fully. You know, you're going to see here that we're about to go over 40 different slides of OneCoin knowledge. And these slides are from all sorts of different videos that I've watched, that I've done, that I've seen. And I'm just condensing it all and I'm bringing it all to you in one. And I'm going to really try my best to just give you the best overview that I possibly can. Okay? But before you think about getting all the way to the end and having to wait for this slide, I want to share this with you right off the bat, because that is the joys of the presentation you're about to watch right now. There is truly no hype. I'm not talking to you about the millions of dollars that I'm making or flashing dollar bills in your face or anything like that. I'm going to bring you facts. And here's a few things that I'll be going over during the presentation, but I'll bring to you right now. March 25th, 2014, cryptocurrency is listed as property in the USA. September 17th, 2015, the Commodity Future Trading Commission, CFTC, announced cryptocurrency is now commodity. Apologize, that should say commodity. OneCoin started selling education September 27th, 2014. Princeton, Berkeley, Harvard, just a few top universities, they started selling their education courses September 21st, 2015. In the first year, our coin has gone from 50 cents to 4.45, and today the value is 5.65. Again, these are facts. We are the fastest growing cryptocurrency company ever, and we are the fastest growing we are the fastest growing cryptocurrency ever, and we are the fastest growing network marketing company ever. And do know this as a fact. Microsoft, it took a few years. Groupon, it took a couple years. But we are the first product-based business to do over $1 billion in the first year. These are facts of OneCoin. This is what I've been able to see over my time of being part of OneCoin. And now what I'm going to do for you is I hope that you stay with me throughout this presentation, and I'm sure that you will. And please do reach out to me, let me know what you think. But we're about to go over my knowledge that I'm now going to share with you going back to May 1st when I first got involved with OneCoin, going to date, which is April 13th. And like it says there, I've created many videos within YouTube, and this is a long overdue overview video, and thank you very much for joining me. First things first, though, I do need you to understand, you do need to pay attention. We are going to go over a lot of different things. I get excited, I talk fast, I'm passionate. So, you know, you need to keep up with me here, okay? And do understand, I am trying to change your life. You know, and I love this meme, and I throw it here for multiple reasons here, just to kind of get you to really listen to this presentation and understand just how big this could potentially be. But I also put this slide up because it's going to be a little bit leading into what we're going with here. And I'm going to ask you something. Social media sites. Who is the pioneer social media sites? It wasn't Facebook. Facebook was not the first social media site. You remember MySpace? Yeah, that was the first social media site, MySpace. But let me ask you though, and this is just a question for right now, nothing to do with OneCoin, but are you using MySpace, the pioneer of social media sites, or are you using the thing that came along and made MySpace better called Facebook? So that's just a question I'll ask you right off the bat, and I already know the answer is Facebook, but it is a leading question, and we will get to why a little bit later in this presentation. But before I go on into any of that, let's just get to the basics. You're here to figure out what is cryptocurrency. Well, cryptocurrency is digital. It's digital currency, guys. Just like, you know, right now, I know that you think you're using paper money, but if you look at your paper money, you're going to notice there's a barcode there. You know, when you go to Superstore and your bill's $300, are you breaking out paper money or are you using your bank card? You're a lot more familiar with digital currency than you think, all right? But understand, cryptocurrency is digital currency that uses cryptography. That's the difference, okay? We're not using bank reserves or federal notes or, the Federal Reserve System. Cryptography for security and anti-counterfeiting measures. Now, you need to understand the first cryptocurrency to be created was Bitcoin in 2009. Some say late 2008, 2009. The value of cryptocurrency is not tied to any country or central bank. That's big. Okay, there's no one dictating besides the people. The value is driven only by supply and demand. There's no exterior force that is influencing the outcome of this coin by infiltrating it in a sense and devaluating it by flooding the market with just more money. And that's what we're seeing today. And a lot of people can relate to that, and they see how their paper dollar today is not as valuable as it once was. And it's not that the price of beef is going up. It's that the money that you're using to buy that beef, that value is going down. And that's why cryptocurrency is here to change the future. That's why, going back to how courses are now being offered by top universities. Well, it's the computer 1990 all over again. So understand that, yeah, you're learning what cryptocurrency is right now, but that's just how new and fresh this is. So don't be too confused that you're so confused. Now, moving on a little bit more, the value of one Bitcoin started at 10 cents. Oop, I hit the button there. The value of one Bitcoin started at 10 cents. And in 2014, that value exceeded $1,000. A 10-cent coin exceeds $1,000. You buy 10 coins in 2009, you're selling those same 2,000 coins in 2014. You buy thousands of coins in 2009, you're a multi-millionaire in 2014. And that's a fact. Like I said, I'm bringing facts in this presentation. Talking a little bit more on cryptocurrency. The value of cryptocurrency is dependent, again, remember, on supply and demand. There is a limited number of coins. Just like gold, just like oil, just like coal, just like silver, there's a limited resource. That's why when supply goes down, value goes up. When supply goes up, value goes down. Okay, cryptocurrency behaves like gold and silver. Now, talking about new currencies, it's true. Bitcoin paved the way for new currencies. And this is where I was getting into a little bit of the pioneer spiel there with MySpace to Facebook. Is it crazy to not think that something eventually is going to come over and take over the #1 spot? Has the pioneer of something ever remained the #1 spot? I don't know, I'm asking. But I'm telling you right now, I give Bitcoin full credit for being the pioneer. They paved the way for new currencies to enter the market. But one thing, though, that's a fact is OneCoin is superior to competitors. And this is not only due to the technological concept, but also the marketing strategy. Even right now, there's a chance you didn't even know Bitcoin until a OneCoin rep told you about it. So that's the marketing strategy behind OneCoin, is we're yelling about our coin loud and proud. Whereas when it comes to Bitcoin, they don't have every single person within Bitcoin yelling Bitcoin loud and proud. And that's the difference right off the bat between OneCoin and Bitcoin. But let's get more into OneCoin. Let's talk about who is behind it. We'll talk about if it's legal. We'll talk about if it's real. We'll talk about how you make money. And we'll talk about how simple it is and just how easy it is for you to do it. OneCoin, like it says there, is the new type of cryptocurrency. You need to understand there's 600 different crypto, I don't know, 400 to 600. The number changes so drastically. I just say that range now. There's 400 to 600 cryptocurrencies on the marketplace. Just yesterday, I read a blog about how there's the Trump coin. Donald Trump wants to accept donations in cryptocurrency. So there's hundreds of cryptocurrencies. OneCoin is a new type of that cryptocurrency. We're born out of the success of Bitcoin and Litecoin. And why I really want to talk about how we're born out of the success of Bitcoin and Litecoin is because you need to understand my founder, the lady behind OneCoin, she was in the back office of the banking background during the time of Bitcoin's rise. And over that time frame, she would talk with her colleagues about ways that Bitcoin could be better, things that it could do better. And it got to a point where she just created her own coin. And due to the superior technology, innovative approach, and also the usability, today you can sell your coins for paper money. We all know you can use that paper money today for everything. In addition to that, you can get yourself casino credits where you can actually get Litecoin, Bitcoin, or OneCoins are accepted at casinovegas.eu. If you're outside of USA, that is. USA, you're not allowed to do online gambling. But anyways, though, so these are ways that we're already being usability. But just in addition to that, though, we are around the corner from having 30% of our coins mined. And we have been told from OneCoin that when 30% of the coins are mined, that's when the full usability phase will be initiated. And right out of the words of Juha, milk, medicine, watches, Ferraris, anything we should be able to be buying with our OneCoins. Now moving on, OneCoin has the ability to become the next successful cryptocurrency on the market. And understand, this slide was a year old. This slide is a year old. It should now be saying OneCoin is showing it's the next successful cryptocurrency on the market. But like I say, I'm here to show you facts, and those facts are to follow. Like all cryptocurrencies to mine into existence, OneCoin has to be mined. Now you need to understand this. The OneCoins, even though it's digital currency, just like that paper money, it goes back to a barcode. The Federal Reserve still prints off that paper money. We still have to mine our OneCoin. This isn't something where, you know, it's just like somebody just types some numbers and it just appears. You know, algorithms and solutions are being solved, and that's how these coins are being awarded to the people who are getting them. That's where the value comes from, because there's only that one coin. There's only that one solution. And that's the gist of it there. But like all of them, we need to mine our coins. And in OneCoin's case, we mine 10,000 coins every 10 minutes, 1.44 million coins a day. Now, mining means the creation of new coins by the users. And that's what we're hoping that you join us. You're going to buy your education package and you are going to mine your tokens to get your OneCoins. Now, do know, this is limited. There is, just like there's only so much gold in the world. If you want to get your hands on gold, get your hands on gold. There is only 2.1 billion OneCoins that can be found. Just like in Bitcoin's case, there's only 21 million. And once all of them are found, no new coins can be created. This is why we're different than the Federal Reserve. This is why when cryptocurrency is the future of payments, we won't have it the way it is today, where the price of meat is going up, but it's not because the people are making more money. It's because our currency is being devalued, because they're just printing off more and more and more of it. And in any supply and demand, when there's more supply, that will affect the value of the actual currency itself. So, well, I think right now the US dollar, Canadian dollar, the dollars around the world, if you're any knowledge to what's happening in the world, you fully understand what I'm saying there. Now, all OneCoins will be, all OneCoins will be mined by its users. And it's also important to note, OneCoin is not a pre-mined currency. We don't already have all these coins mined, and Dr. didn't already do this, and now, you know, okay, well, we're going to sell them at X amount. No, we're mining these coins together. We're building the value of these coins together. And out of the 2.1 billion, our goal is to get to 1.5 billion. That's what Dr. Ruja feels that we need to be able to have the currency to be able to support worldwide. Now, you need to understand, moving on, coins are mined. Now, by doing this, you're joining a mining pool. Now, with joint resources, a complex algorithm or puzzle is being solved. Once a solution is found, the mining pool is awarded a reward, and we call it a OneCoin. In Bitcoin's case, it's called a Bitcoin. At the end of the day, it's a really long number that's like CF456984596 ABCDEF. You know, it's just a bunch of letters and numbers. But instead of that, we call it a coin. Bitcoin, OneCoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ripple coin, Trump coin. one of the 400 to 600 cryptocurrencies out there already today. And don't worry, we're going to be talking about more than just OneCoin and Bitcoin here shortly as well. But moving on, the more OneCoins are mined, the more the users join the mining, the more difficult time and resource consuming the mining becomes. And that's what we've already seen. Remember, this slide's a year old. When I was watching this slideshow a year ago, the mining ratio was 1/6. It was taking 6 tokens to get a coin. Today, the mining ratio is 57. It takes 57 tokens to get a coin. And if you're watching this 6 months from now, I bet you the mining ratio is in 100-ish or higher. And that's what's happening is the coin value is increasing, the mining ratio is increasing because we're going from having one coin mined to today there's 600 plus OneCoins, 600 million plus OneCoins mined. So that's how quickly this already is moving. So going on, this is, time is limited, get your hands on these coins. But moving on to this last part here, OneCoin uses a blockchain model to verify the amount of coins that have been mined and issued into the market space. And this is all right within your back office. A block is a sophisticated algorithm of hash numbers that represent each mined coin. Okay, so that's what OneCoin is. Okay, so we can end now, guys. You know what OneCoin is? Yeah, right. There's so much more to this. Understand, there's so much more to this, and that's why I have so many more slides. But just as a little bit of a summary over everything we just went over, OneCoin is a new type of cryptocurrency. It's digitally created currency, and it's based on an advanced mathematical algorithms. OneCoin is born out of the success of Bitcoin. Do know OneCoin is not a pre-mined currency. There's some cryptocurrencies out there that are pre-mining. That's not good as far as I'm concerned anyways. OneCoin is not a pre-mined currency. The members, you will be the one mining the coin, which also means you're the one keeping the profits. There's not a middleman there. You are the middleman in a sense. OneCoin will be traded on a public exchange in the future. Currently, there's 1.8 million people within the back office that buy and sell coins. And that's where our exchange is currently. When I sell coins, I sell them to other OneCoin people. When I buy coins, I'm buying them from other OneCoin people. And that's today. Because like I'm trying to get to you here, we're building a network and a family. And if you want to be part of the network and family today and help us grow the coin of the future, then be part of this today. Be somebody who's selling their coin to somebody on the public exchange. Be that person. Highly lucrative, yet simple and fair compensation plan. We will be going more in depth with this. And OneCoin can, and in my opinion, is becoming the next successful cryptocurrency on the market. And you're going to see our growth here soon. Because again, remember, this slide's a year old. I'm talking to you today. I'm about to show you what's happened over this time frame. Some people like knowing this information. I get this question asked a lot, so I'll make sure it's part of the slideshow. OneCoin is a limited liability company, and its location is registered in Gibraltar. OneCoin's limited official address is right there, and I apologize for butchering the name. A part of the operations in IT is located in Sofia, Bulgaria. When mining starts, and this is a very common question, there are 3 locations where the servers will be located. 2 are in Europe and 1 is in Asia. Just like when they get oil out of the ground, there's things called oil rigs or, coal mines or gold mining or, whatever it is. There's actual setups, and that's how they get the gold out. That's how they get the coal out. That's how they get the oil out. Well, go to Google Bitcoin mining rig. You'll see it's a very sophisticated setup to mine the coins, especially when you're mining 10,000 coins every 10 minutes. But 2 of the locations are in Europe and 1 is in Asia. Now, do know the primary activity of OneCoin is sales and distribution. OneCoin Limited, is sales and distribution of educational products. The One Academy, the education package. And that's what you're buying, well, whether it's today, the future to come. But that's whenever you're ready, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get your education package, you're going to get your bonus tokens, and you're going to mine for your OneCoins. And like it says here, enabling its members to mine cryptocurrency. OneCoin Limited and its products have been certified legal and legitimate by an established German law firm. So just a few quick facts there. Now, going back to 2009 and the first ever cryptocurrency, I want you to know that Bitcoin was the first digital currency, as I said. It used a unique cryptography software and was a pioneer in the industry. You've heard me say that word like 6 times now. Most users, though, they're knowledgeable IT people. To be able to profit from Bitcoin, you would need to become a miner of the coin. And this implies large investments in servers that run the Bitcoin software. Now, you can buy and sell the coin today. You can buy coin and hope the value goes up and sell it. Or you can mine the coin yourself and then sell it to people who are buying and selling the coin in a sense. Now, if you want to be the one mining it, though, in Bitcoin's case, like it says here, you need to do large investments in servers. Like I said there, Google Bitcoin mining rig. Like, look at how sophisticated that setup is. And this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin remained a niche currency. And that's why Bitcoin goes back to 2008. OneCoin goes back to 2014. If you've never heard of cryptocurrency before and you're only hearing of it today, it's because of OneCoin. Now, OneCoin's here today because of Bitcoin. But because of OneCoin's marketing strategy and because of the way that they're approaching building this, that's why people are getting educated to cryptocurrency. And that's why maybe now you're hearing the first time Bitcoin. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to confuse you. Think of Nike and Adidas. They're both shoes. Nike brand, Adidas brand. OneCoin's a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin's a cryptocurrency. They're just 2 different brands in a sense. Now, reasons for success. And when they're different, that means they're also made differently. They do things differently. They're different, but they're the same at the same time. Reasons for success. Being the first crypto coin and a pioneer in innovation, Bitcoin quickly got attraction and is today still the most used crypto coin on the internet. And this is true. Today, you go to Expedia to book your trips. I know a lot of people do. Well, did you know that you can use cryptocurrency? Expedia accepts Bitcoin. Dell computers, you can buy with cryptocurrency. Microsoft, you can buy with cryptocurrency. Reed Jewelers, you can buy with cryptocurrency. If you love Donald Trump, you can donate to his campaign with cryptocurrency. This is, like, Bitcoin is being used. Cryptocurrency is being used. Whether you understand it or not, it's there. Just like in 1990, you necessarily didn't get the computer. Maybe you didn't get it till 1998, 2000, whatever. But you eventually got the computer. You may not get cryptocurrency today, but you will eventually get cryptocurrency. Whether you want to be proactive or reactive, that's kind of what you're deciding right now. And do know that cryptocurrency is one of the hottest investments. And I'm going to give you a few examples here. Bitcoin, OneCoin, and the newest blow up I will notice is Ethereum coin. And we'll quickly touch on all of them. But as it says here, it speaks for itself. This is Bitcoin's story. This is fact. Now, there's many different exchanges of Bitcoin. So some exchanges have it capping out at 11, other exchanges show 1,200. I'm even just going to say 1,000 for simplicity. This is a fact. Bitcoin started at 10 cents a coin. People got to buy Bitcoin for 10 cents a coin in 2009. Yes, people got to buy Bitcoin for 10 cents a coin in 2009. And in 2013, people got to sell that same coin for $1,000+. That's a fact. That's already happened. Whether you understand cryptocurrency or not, there have been many self-made millionaires who decided to take action on Bitcoin, and not even take action. Like it says, back then it was just the IT smart people, right place, right time, you know, and they started Bitcoin and it grew and it blew up. But I'm going to show you why Bitcoin blew up. But before I show you why Bitcoin blew up, I want to show you something that's already happening today, because I already know the people's mind frame. When in doubt, Google it out, you know, and that's just how it works. So if you're going to go run to Google, and I want to remind you though what Google was saying about Bitcoin. I want to show you this. Now remember these dates that you see. This is a blog that goes back to June 2011. And you can see right there, June 28, 2011. A blog comes out from Forbes. Can Bitcoin survive? Is it legal? It goes on to say, Bitcoin might survive as a currency if it can find a way to make consumers and merchants better off. But its limited use so far suggests that the most compelling application as a way to pay anonymously for illegal drugs sold on Silk Road. But unless it can find a way to get consumers and merchants to adopt it, Bitcoin is more likely to go the way of flus, bankrupt in August 2001, than to challenge the dollar as a means of payment. So listen to this. Anybody in the OneCoin family can already tell how familiar this sounds to some nonsensy blogs we're reading, but now it says OneCoin, you know. OneCoin, oh, it's limited use, and oh, it's likely to go the way of UFund and Zeke rewards, and you know, like that's now what they're saying. But I want to just show you something, and I do laugh here because when I copied and pasted this sketch here, look what one of his ads are. So here he's saying, like, unless it can find a way to make consumers and merchants better off to adopt it. So in the blog where this guy's making money, I call bloggers penny chasing parasites. This PCP, penny chasing parasite, here he is making money selling an ad, right? And look at the ad. It's an ad that can be bought with Bitcoin. And it's just, that's just too funny. You know what I'm saying? But let's just talk about this. June 2011, this is what the internet was saying. So now let's pretend we don't know what the future is. We don't know what the future is. It is now May, June is like right here, 2011. And you can see that's when Bitcoin is right around here, you know, just before it spiked a little actually. But that's when that article was written. So how many people were influenced because of that blog? But you can see what the future of Bitcoin is. And before we go on, let's talk about someone who totally forgot about Bitcoin. This story goes back to a gentleman who was writing a thesis paper in university. So he was just doing this as an assignment, and he decided to buy $27 worth of Bitcoin. And this goes back to right around this 2009, 2010 timeframe. And then though, or actually, sorry, I should say 2009 because it was right early. But then anyways, though, he hears around this time, he's hearing about all the hype of Bitcoin. And he's thinking to himself, oh yeah, that $27 I spent a few years ago. I wonder what that's worth. He logged into his wallet, and there you have a wallet in your back pocket or your purse. They're called coin wallets. He logged into his coin wallet to see a value of $886,000. This is a fact. This has already happened. But blogs will be blogs. And here's another blog. This one goes to April 2013. Fool's gold. Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. The internet's favorite currency will collapse. Some of the comments he made in the blog. Bitcoin is a fantasy, the internet's currency. Another one, Bitcoin may be useful for certain types of transaction, especially illegal ones. All bloggers repeat themselves. That's what they're doing today still. They just repeat each other, right? But this one is 2 years later, April 2013. Well, let's go to our little chart again. Remember, because we get to know what happened. Now, January, February, March, April. So right around here, oh, well, there's May, so April, May. So sorry, more like right around here is when this blog was made. So look, Bitcoin took a little bit of a spike. So Bitcoin takes a spike, and this guy decides to be a know-it-all. Bitcoin goes down a little bit. People are looking into that. So what does he go call it? He calls it a Ponzi scheme. Okay, well, what happened to Bitcoin? Here it goes right back up. And today, Bitcoin's still selling today for, I think it's 420-ish US dollars. Okay, and when he's writing this blog, April of 2013, it's selling for like 100. But now we're going to get into why it spiked. You got to know two dates. First, you got to know November of 2013, and then you need to laugh about March 2014. And if you're a Bitcoin investor, you cried. But, you know, but me being like, you know, That's the government, I laugh. So November 2013, authorities see worth in Bitcoin. And I don't know if this is clear for you, so I'll just read this one paragraph. But it says here, now, this is the U.S. authorities appearing Monday at the first ever congressional hearing on virtual currencies. And one of the quotes, the Department of Justice recognizes that many virtual currency systems offer legitimate financial services and have the potential to promote more efficient global commerce. Acting Assistant Attorney General for the department's criminal division said in a testimony before, sorry, they said his name there, I don't know how to say it. So yeah, but there he is. The Department of Justice recognizes that many virtual currency systems offer legitimate financial services. And then the Federal Reserve Chairman, Ben Bernanke, he made a quote, and he said, letter to senators that virtual currencies may hold long-term promise, particularly in the innovations to promote a faster, more secure, and more efficient payment system. Now look, this is November 2013, okay? Now go over here, September, October, November. So here it is, and here's the government, and there you go, off to the races. That's why I say you just wait till Dr. Phil, Oprah, the media, everyone is out there talking about OneCoin. That's why I'm trying to get my hands on as many OneCoins as I can now. But you can see, though, what happens. And that's exactly what happened, and it spiked itself right back up. But going to what then also happened, go to Wikipedia, you'll find on March 25th, 2014, in time for the 2013 tax filing. So think about it. There's many, many self-made millionaires because of Bitcoin and virtual currencies. The IRS issued a guidance that virtual currency is treated as property for the US federal tax purposes. And any individual who mines virtual currency as a trade or business is subject to self-employment tax. So this is when cryptocurrency got real, you know? And of course, you see, though, that there were many people involved before it got to that point. And it skyrocketed up, and of course, the government made sure they collected their taxes. But that's how real it is. Whether you understand it or not, this is how real cryptocurrency is. This is what's already happening. This is what's already happened. Already happened. But now let's get more into today. Let's get more into what's happening with OneCoin. Let's get into something that's not 8 years old. Let's not talk about an innovation that you've missed out on. Let's talk about an innovation that you can be part of. But remember, the same nonsense is going to be out there. And this one is my favorite one. It is the very first nonsense blog. He is the very first nonsense blog to come out, and he now has about 38 different nonsense blogs. But look at this. Remember, OneCoin wasn't for sale until September 27th, 2014. That's when our website went live. That's when things got real. That's when education packages were sold. But OneCoin was so big even before this, just from the pre-talk, that bloggers were already writing blogs. So even before OneCoin got out of the gate, it shows how big it was. But look at this, though. The first blog goes out. There's no information. The OneCoin website doesn't have an about section. Well, why don't you let us open the business, you know, and then make your blogs? But as I've exposed this guy in many other videos, he's just a penny chasing parasite, and he's not worth any more time on this slide. But you can check any work from home opportunity. And you need to know right now that if you're seeking online opportunity, searching it online is the last place you want to search, because there's just too many penny chasing parasites nowadays. There's too many lazy people who call themselves researchers that sit in their basement, make as many blogs as they can to sell you as many ads as they can, and that's why they get their PCP name, penny chasing parasites. So you need to understand, when you're researching thing on Google, you need to realize that these bloggers on the front page of Google are not researchers. But like, again, I want to talk to you about things that's already happened. Remember, this slide is over a year ago. This was when Dr. Ruja was showing a slide showing what her plan for the first year is. And remember, our education packages were sold September 2014. The OneCoins didn't start getting mined until January of 2015. So January 2015 was when the OneCoin started mining. And they started at a value of 50 cents a coin, okay? And now I want you to see here, this is when I joined, right around this time, okay? I wasn't in on September 2014, though I wish I was, but I did get in May 1st. And this was right around the time frame when I joined, right around when the coin was at $1.05. So I already seen that the coin was between its base scenario and its optimistic scenario when I joined. Since I've joined, and in its first year, and again, we're talking fact. When I first talked about this slide a year ago, I was talking about faith. Hopefully this happens in OneCoin's first year. But now I'm gonna talk to you about what happened in OneCoin's first year. And after 52 weeks, this is where OneCoin finished. So back in day one, this was OneCoin's goal. This was Dr. Ruja's goal for the growth in its first year. And her base scenario was $2.50. Her optimistic scenario was $5. And OneCoin ended at $4.45. Again, this is a fact. This has already happened. And let's talk about Dr. Ruja, because, you know, this is the lady that you really need to truly have faith in. Because if you fear OneCoin, you fear Dr. Ruja. If you have faith in OneCoin, you have faith in Dr. Ruja. They are the one and the same. She is the CEO, the COO, the president, I assume vice president. I don't know if there's a vice president, but she is everything. She is our leader. And you need to know who Dr. Ruja is. And I'll tell you this much, I spent most of my research figuring out who the lady was that I was about to buy an education package from. But like I say, now we have all this information brought to you. Dr. Ruja Ignatova, founder, owner, chief operating officer of OneCoin. She's born in Sofia, Bulgaria. She has a degree in law from the University of Oxford. She has her master's degree in economics from the University of Constance. Her PhD in law, also from Oxford and Constance. She did her thesis on corporate litigation within the European Union. She's a former associate partner with McKinsey & Company. Do your research on McKinsey & Company. They're one of the most prestigious law firms out there. You need to be in the top 1% of your class just to get an interview. Like, do your research on them. She was an associate partner. While at McKinsey & Company, she had projects in corporate banking, private equity, asset management, risk management, operating and liquidity risk. She's also a former CEO and CFO of one of the biggest asset management funds in Bulgaria, CSIF, with 250 million euro as assets under has assets under her management. Several projects with the Texas Pacific Group, one of the biggest private equity funds in the world. While at McKinsey, she worked for Schuber Bank, UniCredit, and Allianz. In 2012, she was awarded an award for the international business. She's projects with the Bank, I totally butchered that, I apologize. Structure and set up a portfolio of 75 million euro for global wealth investment funds. She's consulting work for several cryptocurrency companies, and she's published 2 books on cryptocurrency in German and English. And understand, in 2012, she won the category International Business, and she was awarded that, woohoo. In 2014, she was awarded Businesswoman of the Year. Yes, for the country of Bulgaria, she was awarded the Businesswoman of the Year. Not just a category this time, you know, thinking of the Grammy. She wasn't awarded the Best Kiss, she was the Best Actress. Why? Why did she get this in 2014? For the OneCoin concept. Because in 2014, this was just a concept. In addition to everything that she's done in the past before OneCoin, she's done so much with OneCoin. She took a huge opportunity that was given to her, and she had us placed in the Brand Voice Forbes, and then she was featured in the front cover of the Brand Voice Forbes. And do know, this is a glorified frequently asked question magazine. It is what it is. Just like their Sports Illustrated and their Sports Illustrated swimsuit. You're not going to read much news in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit. In the Brand Voice Forbes, it's for up-and-coming businesses. It's their way to get that extra exposure. Mercedes, Cadillac, Microsoft, AT&T, just to name a few other top companies that took the same opportunity that was given to them that Dr. Ruja took with OneCoin. This was back in May of 2015. Let's talk about October. So months after that. Remember, I'm bringing you facts. October of 2014. There's my founder, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, talking at the 4th East European Summit. People in audience, Carl Bildt, former Prime Minister of Sweden. Don't know how to say it, but Minister of Economy. Paz, Senior Representative, the Central and East European IMF. Christian Papa, past Deputy Governor, current Central Bank, Romania. Rosen, President of Bulgaria. This is who she's standing there talking to. And you can see the list of names that also sponsored this event. OneCoin, Visa, Edison, Cybin, CNN, just to name a few. This is the category that we want you to be part of. This is the future, my friends. Moving into more recently, February 2016, just a couple months ago. Front cover of the Financial IT magazine. Guess who's featured? Dr. Ruja Ignatova. This is the exposure. This is exactly why we are blowing up to now having 1.8 million members worldwide. Remember, like I said to you, we are not only the fastest growing cryptocurrency company, we are the fastest growing network marketing company as well. Let's talk about her 3-year goals. Now, this is something that you can be part of. Now, understand this price chart, this is just based on predictions. It's not a guarantee. It's not a forecast. It's who knows what the future is to come. Just like a year ago, I didn't know what it was going to be when I was right here. It happened to be at 445. Well, going off of her 3-year goal, going off of that same slideshow, going back close to a year ago, well, her 3-year goal is 50 to 100. Today, the value of the OneCoin is 565. And you can see what her 3-year goal is. But let's talk about what's already happened. And I know it's really small here, but you can see right there, it says June 2nd, 2015. I hope you can see that. If not, I apologize. I should have used a different color, obviously. But anyways, moving on. You're going to notice that back in June of 2015, Bitcoin, out of its 21 million coins, had 14.2 million mined. 8 years later, 14.2 million mined. Okay? And then there was Ripple coin. They had a whole whack mined. Then there is OneCoin. Had 175.3 million mined. Okay? Now this is back in June. Our market cap, our coin value was $1.17. Our market cap was 205,000. Now Bitcoin, their market price was 226. Their market cap was 3.2 billion. So here we are in June, 255,000 to their 3.2 billion. This is 2 different slides here, guys. This one right here, you can see it's from today. It's earlier today, 1 p.m. April 13th. This is it updated. And now look, you can see that over that time, they've mined another 1.2 billion, so 1.2 billion coins. That's impressive, to be honest. I'm actually impressed with that. And I feel they got OneCoin to thank for that, and I'll explain that in a second. But their 14.2 went to 15.4. Our 175 is now at 623. So instead of just mining 1.2 billion, we've mined an additional 440 million coins. In addition to that, our coin has went from $1.17 to $6.36. Their coin has went from 226 to 424. And I need you to understand, there's a lot more people buying Bitcoin today because of OneCoin. And I've had a lot of Bitcoin people come to me and agree that the Bitcoin value is higher today because of all the educated people that OneCoin has created. But yet there's still Bitcoin haters out there though. But moving on to today, you can see that months ago, 255,000 to 3.2, or sorry, I said that wrong, 255 million to 3.2 billion. Whereas today, OneCoin is now 3.9 billion compared to Bitcoin's 6.5 billion. These are facts. This is what's happened. This is what's happened over this time. But I want you to notice OneCoin's growth. And the third coin I want to talk about is Ethereum, just because it's another, like, it's the missed opportunity of mine. Ethereum was at $2, like right around $2 on June 2nd. It's now $8. But Ripple, let's use, like, if you had a bunch of money in Ripple, well, you lost a bunch of money. You know, that lost value. Just like there's the stock exchange, there is a cryptocurrency market exchange. There is, where there's hundreds and hundreds of cryptocurrencies listed. Now, OneCoin, we don't want to be part of that. We got our own thing going. We have our own back office exchange. But this is what's happening. I may not be selling my OneCoins on the Bitcoin exchange, but I am selling my OneCoins on the OneCoin exchange. And I'm also buying OneCoins from the OneCoin exchange. Just like people buy Bitcoins from the Bitcoin exchange. Or, well, not necessarily the Bitcoin exchange, but the coin exchange. So what is unique about OneCoin? You know, why am I so passionate about OneCoin? You know, why am I not doing a video being like, hey, go buy Bitcoins? Because I'm definitely not saying that. Well, since the success of Bitcoin, many new currencies have followed. And you need to know this. I have not put a single penny into any of the other cryptocurrencies. I followed Bitcoin going back to 2009. It straight up led to depression as far as, like, I was sad. There's times I couldn't pay my rent. And I'm thinking to myself, if I would have bought that darn 13-cent coin, I would have been buying a house right now. And that's a fact. But OneCoin is going to be the next big thing. And the reason for this is because we are using the newest and most secure innovative technology. Is it crazy to think that a more better technology would be advanced today than in 2008? Absolutely not. OneCoin is a currency for you and me. You don't need to be a smart IT techie, smart hacker person to mine your OneCoin. It's for just the normal individual. My kitty cat's account has 100 coins. That's my proving to everybody anyone can mine OneCoins. We educate our members, as I'm trying to do right now. You don't need to be a Wall Street financial expert to use it and to make money within OneCoin. OneCoin is not only a cryptocurrency, and that's where so many people are confused. So, like, when somebody tries to call OneCoin an MLM, they have no clue what they're talking about. OneCoin is a cryptocurrency. When I sell you my education package through my One Academy, okay, well, you can call that an MLM. That is multi-level marketing, and it is legit. There is legitimate multi-level marketing, and there is illegal multi-level marketing. And I wouldn't be involved in this if this was illegal. But it is a legitimate MLM opportunity, but that's through the One Academy. But understand, like it says there, OneCoin is not only a cryptocurrency, it's a whole concept. There's the One Network, our One Exchange, the One Academy. Like, our back office has everything within it. Also know, we are exclusive. We are exclusive. We don't want to be one of the other hundreds other people trying to copy Bitcoin. We want to be OneCoin. We want to be the future. We want to do Bitcoin better. Our members join by invitation only. And we do not do the anonymous or intransparent transactions other cryptocurrencies try. You will not be able to buy drugs, guns, weapons, illegal pornography, anything like that with your OneCoins. You will not be able to. We have, Dr. Ruja has implemented things to make OneCoin KYC compliant. And this is another reason why we will be one of the future cryptocurrencies, no question about it. And I don't want to confuse you talking about the Aram Gold coin too much because there's just so much with one coin. But there is a partnership with Aram Gold coin, and there is a future hybrid currency. And I want you to know, one, like I said, like OneCoin, this is phase 2. It's a huge project. There's 10 different phases. We're in phase 2. Not even more than 10 phases. There will be a future currency backed by gold, but that's not the conversation we're going to have today. We are talking about the OneCoin. And I am going to explain to you why we beat Bitcoin. And I know this drives some Bitcoin people nuts, the ones that are just overly passionate about Bitcoin and there can never be anything better than Bitcoin. But a fact's a fact. We have a more advanced and we are more secure. We don't have multiple different things. There's no stories of people being hacked into losing their OneCoins. There's thousands of stories of people hacked into losing their Bitcoins. When it comes to Bitcoins, if you forget your coin wallet password, that's just like losing your wallet. Those coins are lost forever. That's not the case with OneCoin. We have our one exchange. When you're involved with Bitcoin, you need a coin wallet. You need to have an exchange. You need to have a place where that's where you're buying and selling your coins. You need to have your place where you're storing your coins. If you're a miner, you need to have a bunch of mining equipment. You need to have all that when you're involved with Bitcoin. When you're involved with OneCoin, you need to have the one back office that Dr. Ruja provides to you. Dedicated management. Well, what I just said is a perfect example of that. What you're seeing me do for my team with all my videos, the way I educated people myself, the way I'm there for you in Facebook. We are there for you. When you're part of this, this is an innovation. We are all going to succeed together. We're all going to lose together. And everybody within OneCoin fully understands that. And that's why we're all working together. And that's why we get great upline support, great downline support, and great support from left and right. Mining pools. You don't need to worry about going and mining your OneCoins on your own. You're going to click your mouse a few times. You're going to join a pool of people, and you are going to mine your coins together as a group. Just that simple. You're going to click your mouse a few times, and you're going to let OneCoin do the rest of it. The KYC procedure. This is huge. And this is the future. And this is just another example how Dr. Ruja is ahead of the future. Because in the future, this will become with everything and everyone. But OneCoin was already on top of KYC. This is know your customer. You need to provide your ID to OneCoin. You need to provide a proof of address to OneCoin. They need to make sure you're a real person. And with that proof of address you send, like I say, if you're buying illegal drugs and weapons, well, guess what? You're probably going to get a knock on your door. You need to be KYC compliant. But if this is going to be a worldwide currency one day, there's no way that it can be as inconspicuous and intransparent as Bitcoin is today, where you can be Billy Bob as far as anyone's concerned. Even the person who founded Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, that's simply a placebo name. There's no Satoshi Nakamoto. That could be a person, a government, an organization, a company, the CIA. It could be anyone. Nobody knows who said Satoshi Nakamoto is simply a name. But like I say, though, KYC procedure, know your customer. But that's another reason why I'm so confident OneCoin will be part of the future. Now understand, this is a slide that's a year old. But I got good news for you. This is still the early stage. Like I just said, we're just going into phase 2. We're just getting into the usability of our coin. There are still so many steps that you can be part of. There are still, like, let's just say this. In Canada, there's 36 million people. There's 10,000 signed up. There's still a lot of people that need to be educated to OneCoin. A year ago, there was a few hundred in Canada. So the growth has happened, but there's 10,000 signed up and there's 36 million in Canada alone. 7 billion people in the world. I don't know how many adults over 18, but so far there's 1.8 million only. And that's an only when I'm going over world population within OneCoin. So don't think for a second that you're not within the early stages. We have 2.1 billion coins and we've mined 630 million of them. Okay, 25%, getting very close to 30%, days away from 30%. We're still in the early stage. Smaller denominations. After you buy your education package and you're part of OneCoin, you have the option. And you can buy coins, you can buy tokens, you can do what you choose to do. Just like you can sell coins. But when you buy coins, I want you to think about this. So for example, I go buy 10 coins today. I'm buying 10 coins at a value of $56. Okay, it's costing me 56 euro, 56.50 euro to buy those 10 coins. What's more likely to happen? Me to go buy 10 Bitcoins and hope the value goes 10 times, or me to buy how many, or me to spend X amount in OneCoins and hope the value goes 10 times. So just think about that. What's more likely to happen? A coin that's at 400-ish to get to 4,000, or a coin that's at $5 to get to $50. So as far as smaller denominations go, every week I'm buying more OneCoin. And to this day, I still haven't bought Bitcoin, even though I keep wanting to, but I just haven't. But that's just the thing though. I'm still focused on buying OneCoins because I understand the smaller denominations. I understand how times 10 and times 100 and times 1,000 and how things like that work. And a coin 8 years down the road at $420, is it possible it'll get to 4,000? Absolutely. But is it probable? I don't think so, you know, but I don't know. Where on the flip side of that, I have a strong feeling that, well, you've seen what her 3-year goal is. You know, you've already seen the fact of what's happened with her 1-year goal. So like I say, I don't know what the future holds, but OneCoin is still in the smaller denominations. And that's why OneCoin still, today, even though this slide's a year old, if anything, even more so, OneCoin beats Bitcoin. And I get it. You're still lost. You've been listening to all this. You're like, okay, I kind of get it. I recognize this is opportunity. I know I want to be part of this, but I'm still so confused. And I want you to understand, don't worry about it. We were all still confused at this point. I was in OneCoin for months, many team leader calls, many YouTube videos, a lot of time before I really truly understood OneCoin the way I understand it today. But just think about the computer, for example. It's 1990 again. You want to understand the computer. But here's the problem. You don't even know what a mouse is. You don't know what a keyboard is. You don't know what a monitor is. And you don't know what a tower is. But at the end of the day, it's all part of a computer. There's a lot you need to learn. And that's why in 1990, there were courses being offered to educate people on the computer. And allow me to remind you, I've been selling it for a year now. But going back to September 21st of this year, 2015, so what is that, 8 months ago, courses are now being offered within top universities. So don't feel like you need to understand this. People are paying up to $18,000 to go to Princeton to learn about cryptocurrency. Don't think from listening to me for minutes in a YouTube video, you're going to have a full understanding of this. But over time, you will understand that experiencing this is so much better than having it explained. But moving on to some facts, and let's just kind of go into this a little bit. What is mining though? What is mining? I explained it a little bit above. I'm trying to tell you about the algorithm. You're solving a solution. You're doing this. You know, and when people think of mining, they think of going into the ground and digging up coal. They think of digging up gold. They think of digging up oil. You know, they think of mining, you know, getting into the ground, getting dirty. Well, instead of getting into the ground and getting dirty, think about this. You're getting into your computer and you're using a lot of electricity. And that's how you're mining for cryptocurrency. Okay? And cryptocurrency is based on cryptography, as I already said, and it's a complex of mathematical algorithms. The solution of the algorithm or puzzle is a long string of numbers and letters. And if a right combination of letters and numbers is found, according to the algorithm, new coins are created and awarded to the person who found the solution. Now, to find the solution, powerful computers are used. Like I say, we have 2 mining rigs set up in Europe and 1 mining rig set up in Asia. Often, users join sources, that's what OneCoin's doing here, to have more power and to solve the puzzle faster. And now instead of a couple Bitcoin people getting together, that's what OneCoin's doing, but as a network as a whole. So today there's 1.8 million people working together. In the beginning, there is a genius block. It's called a genius block. And these are the first coins that are created. And as soon as the genius block starts, it in a sense can't be stopped, you know, and then it just gets right down to, again, the supply and demand of the coins that are being found and being mined. Afterwards, the users start mining and solving the algorithm. Now, don't worry, you're not going to have to solve no fancy math questions. Bitcoin's case, you got to do a lot of work. OneCoin's case, you got to click your mouse a few times until they find all the possible combinations for the right solution, and all OneCoins are found. Now, the day will never come where there's 2.1 billion OneCoins found. The day will never come that there's 21 million Bitcoins found. Just like the day will never come that all the gold is gone. Because even when someone's telling you all the gold's gone, eventually one day someone will find more gold because it'll be a new discovery in some form. And if the day ever does come that all the gold is gone, well then it took that long. Look at how many years it took. So in Bitcoin's case, 8 years in, out of the 21 million, they're 15 million. OneCoin's case, out of our 2.1 billion, we're a year and a half in, and we've mined 630 million. So you can already see how much user-friendly and easier we make this for us as a network and as a family. Now, in the beginning there, and this is the thing you need to know, this is what OneCoin's doing too. We're grabbing all the low-lying fruits. Dr. Ruja is going to release this. She is going to release the source code to the Bitcoin miners, to the IT techie smart people, but not until we have 80% of the coins mined. So we're grabbing the fruit that fell on the ground. We're grabbing the low-lying fruit. We're grabbing the fruit we can reach. But when it gets to that top fruit, when the ladders need to be brought in this case, it's like very sophisticated software and blah, 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 that's when OneCoin, we're not mining this as a network. And that's the 80% on. That's when the miners will then mine the OneCoin, the people with all the fancy technology. But that's at 80%. So you got a lot of time right now to get your hands on as many OneCoins as you can before you need to go buy these mining rigs to mine the OneCoin. But I'll tell you this right now, if this goes the way it goes, we're all going to have very bright futures come the time that it's 80% and Dr. Ruja is releasing this source code. Who knows what the future holds, but I know I'm excited for it. There we go. Now, how does the algorithm work? Now, I know that was kind of complicated. It was a lot there, and now I want to simplify it for you, okay? And the algorithm for legitimate cryptocurrency has a fixed or finite number of solutions. Now, it's solutions, but we call them coins, okay? Now, unlike any illegal money game or the Federal Reserve, which they make as many fake coins as they want or just keep printing off the paper money that they want, OneCoin's algorithm can only produce exactly 2.1 billion coins. Now, everything is governed by mathematics. That's why it's not flawed. 1 + 1 is always 2. It doesn't matter if it's English, French, Spanish. 1 + 1 is 2. Math doesn't change. And it cannot be changed once mining begins. So once the equation is set and you start that genius block, that's what's running. And in OneCoin's case, 10,000 coins every 10 minutes. Now, you could even produce a cryptocurrency with just 3 coins, 3 solutions, that would mean. Now, remember, Bitcoin is 21 million. OneCoin has 2.1 billion. Let's just pretend you had one that had 3 solutions. Well, to simplify this and to really, really simplify this, there are 3 different equations that equal 5. So whoever figures out that 0 + 5 = 5 will get a solution, will get a coin. Whoever can have the solution 1 + 4 = 5 is rewarded a coin. Whoever can figure out the solution 2 + 3 = 5 is rewarded a coin. And this is very simplified, but this is the gist of it though. And in OneCoin's case, so there's not 3 coins, there's 2.1 billion coins. But this is what's happening. You're not mining yourself. You're not solving the equation yourself. You're joining a mining pool. And the computers and the mining rigs and, just like if you're digging up gold, the machines bring it out of the ground in a sense, and then you go through it. Same idea, you know, the machines are solving the algorithms. And you're, in this case, waiting in line to receive your coins. And realize this. I know I've been talking about OneCoin a lot, but our core activity is One Academy. When you purchase your education package, you're purchasing your education package through One Academy. You're getting educated by Dr. Ruja on what the future is to come. Now, in addition to this education package, you're going to get bonus tokens. You're going to take these tokens and you're going to mine them for more OneCoins. That's what's happening here. Just like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you give them a $20 bill. You know, in Chuck E. Cheese case, you're just simply there to play games. You're not there to learn, so they're not selling you an education package. But you get these Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Those tokens are only good at the arcade. Just like our One tokens are only good within OneCoin. And today, because this is an older slide, today you can mine with those tokens. You redeem those tokens at the mining ratio, and down the road, when it's your turn, you will receive your coins that those tokens mined. Prices. You always want to know the numbers. Well, here are the numbers. Whether you go with the starter package for 110 euro or the premium trader package at 13,750 euro, you're going to choose between level 1 to level 6 education. And do know all of these packages come with a variation of bonus tokens, but also a variations to how many times those tokens will split. You can see a level 1, 110 euro will get you 1,000 tokens and 1 split. Whereas a tycoon trader, level 5, 5,500 euro will get you 60,000 tokens and 2 splits. These are the prices and these are your options. Do know when you're getting your first package, there will be a $30 activation fee for new members. This is only for new packages. If you're currently a trader, in the future you upgrade to a tycoon, you don't pay this $30 twice. This is only for when it's a new spot. All right, but let's get into the bonus plan. Because whether you're a starter, a trader, a pro trader, an executive trader, a tycoon trader, it dictates how much money you can also be making weekly. And that's what we're going to get into now. We've talked about OneCoin, we've talked about cryptocurrency, we've talked about that, but now I want to talk to you about, because you're not going to be selling your coins to make weekly money. If you want to be making weekly money, you're going to be selling education packages. And now, if you choose to sell these education packages, you can earn up to $35,000. I always say dollars, I'm Canadian. You can earn 35,000 euro selling these education packages. And no, a level 1, as a starter, you can earn 700 euro a week. As a trader, you can earn 3,500 euro a week. As a pro trader, you can earn 7,000 euro a week. As an executive trader, you can earn 21,000 euro a week. And as a tycoon trader or premium trader, you can earn 35,000 euro a week. But how? Well, in addition to the direct sales, the network bonus, and the matching bonus, which will accumulate your weekly income, there are other things I want to touch on just quickly first. First, I want to talk about the splits, because as you notice, some packages come with 1 split and some packages come with 2 splits. So the advantage of the split is you say to yourself today, the mining ratio is 57. Do I think the mining ratio will be 114 before the split? And you talk to your team leader, you get advice. And right now, I would tell you to wait for the split. And then if you wait for the split, your 1,000 tokens is going to turn into 2,000 tokens. And if you get one of the tycoon or premium trader packages, you have up to 2 splits. So 60,000 tokens would go to 120,000 tokens. That would then go to 240,000 tokens. Or in the premium trader, 150,000 would then go to, you get your 150,000, and then you'd have another 300,000 for a total of 600,000 tokens. So, if you want to get your hands on a lot of coins, then you can get yourself the larger education packages. But don't think for a second to be successful within one coin, you need to have a large education package. That education package will get you off to a start with how many one coins you're going to mine. But as far as the money that you're going to be making weekly from your direct sales network bonus and matching bonus, the potential is more than definitely there. But that's what you need to decide as far as the splits go, though, is do I wait for the upcoming split? And anyone signing up right now asking me that advice, I would say yes, wait for the next split to come. One Life Club. Think of this as air miles. Every day that you're part of OneCoin, you're going to get bonus points. Whether it's 100 points to thousands of points a day just for being part of OneCoin, depending on your position. And in the future, we're going to be able to redeem these points for all sorts of different things. And that's why I related to air miles, where you can redeem it for, product or things like that. Like that's what the One Life Club points will be in the future. But every day you're part of OneCoin, these points are collecting. Now, the one I'm leading up to here is your startup, and that's the one that I really want to talk about because this is very, very important. You get a 10% bonus that will be as little as will be as little as 550 euro if you achieve this bonus. That will go directly towards buying more OneCoins. And you have 30 days to get $5,500 in sales, whether that's one tycoon or one trader or 55 starters. You have that time frame to do $5,500 in business volume. Actually, wait a second, to get even just one tycoon. And if you do $5,500 in business volume, you will get the 30-day startup bonus. And you will get a matching 10% on all the business volume that you acquired over your 30-day startup. So if you're someone that's going to come out of the gates flying, you are really going to love OneCoin. Because let me tell you this, I capped out my position. One of my first positions was a trader. After I got my startup bonus, I capped out that position. So trust me, the startup bonus is huge. And that's just coming from personal experience. But the reason I bring it up, complete your sign up when you're ready to take action. Because if you sign up and if you sit on it for 30 days, well, you kind of used your 30-day startup bonus over those 30 days. But now let's get into the top 3, because this is how the weekly money is made. And this is how people are making, some people, millions of dollars a month. Yes, through the OneCoin compensation plan. So if you're a top network marketer, or if you're just someone sitting at home, realize that even if you can just make 1%, there's still money to be made. But let's talk about it. Direct sales. You will receive 10% as a direct sale for anyone that you sign up personally. Whether it's your friend, your family, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, somebody that you were talking to while getting an oil change. You will get 10% as a direct sale. They buy a starter at 111, you make $11, 11 euro. They buy a tycoon at 5,500, you make 550 euro. Okay, that's just one of the ways you get paid. Now, most people are used to only getting direct. I've sold houses before, I only got direct. I sold cars before, I only got direct. Anyone who's been paid commission, you usually just get direct sale. You make a sale, you make a commission in a sense. Well, that's the 10% direct sale bonus. But OneCoin's about building. And that's why we've now built to 1.8 million members. That's why you're hearing about this today. Even though you didn't know about Bitcoin going back to 2008, you now know about cryptocurrency. You're learning about this because OneCoin, we have a whole different marketing strategy, and we're about building a team. And that gets us into our network bonus. You get paid 10% of the bonus of the business volume that you accumulate on your weaker side. So whether you sign up 2 people or you sign up 20 people, The activity of the people underneath you, you will make weekly money from it. And just to give an example, numbers, let's say on your left side, there was $30,000 in sale. Actually, let's go lower numbers. On your left side, there's $3,000 in sales. On your right side, there was $5,000 in sales. Okay? That week, you would make 10% of the 3,000. You would get a $300 network bonus. Whether you sold a OneCoin education package or not that week doesn't matter. You would get a 10% network bonus that week because your downline sold package. That's two of the ways. And realize too, in OneCoin, 60% will go to your cash account and 40% will go to your to your trading account. So for example, when you make 550 euro, let's just say 500 euro for simplicity, 300 would go to your cash account, 200 would go to your trading account. Well, with your cash account, you can get that money deposited to your bank account through a direct wire. When you get your OnePay card going, you can get it loaded to your OnePay card, or you can sell education packages to your downline and you can get the money that way as well too. And I personally love that way because then you don't got to. And this is why if your friend or family is getting you to watch this video, you're going to really understand why I'm very focused on your success and why I'm telling you I'm going to help you build a team. Because, for example, I signed up my friend, the 10%. He was my first generation. My friend signed up someone who became the second generation. That person signs up someone. That now becomes my third generation. When that person then signs up someone, that's my fourth generation. And you can see, as a trader, you'd make 10%. So whoever you sign up underneath you as a trader, so let's say somebody made $300. You would make $30. As a pro trader, that person made 300, well, you would make 30. They signed up somebody and that person made 1,000, well, you would make 100 off of that person. You go to the executive trader, now you're up to 20%. You're in your third generation, you're going to be making 20% of what the people on your team are making. And as a tycoon, you're 4 generations deep. And we all know what a pyramid looks like, guys. This is opposite. Any MLM networker right now is looking at this going, wow. Because usually you see first generation 10%, second generation 8%, third generation 5%, fourth generation 2%. And they pay you less on the bottom generations because they know that there's more people that accumulate in the bottom generations. But that's not how OneCoin works. We are motivating you to build a team. We are motivating you to help your team. We are motivating you to help your team. And that's why you're hearing about OneCoin today. Then to qualify, you need to have personal sales of a trader on your left and a trader on your right. So you need to put one person on your weaker side and one person on your stronger side. And then you're qualified to receive your matching bonuses. And I'm telling you, this is how people are making 35,000 euro a week. They're not making 35,000 euro a week from direct sale. You would have to sell 350,000 product sales every week to do that. People aren't doing that to comp out this compensation or max out the compensation plan. People are finding a few people who are building teams and the money is just adding up nicely. And I'm not going to tell you any numbers because next week, whenever you choose to join, and don't think you need to break your wallet out day one. You don't. Don't think for a second you need to break your wallet out day one. But how you can't complete the free sign up would blow my mind, and start building your downline and really just start experiencing this. That I do suggest you do. But if you decide to take no action, then just remember this date. Mark it on the calendar a year from now. And come and reach out to me in Facebook and let me know if I was right or if I was wrong. Because I know what I feel and I know what I assume, but I can't tell you it's a fact a year from now. I can tell you though, I am so glad I took action a year ago, well, 11 and a half months ago. And do know, these are some very strong words coming from a very wise words coming from a very wise man. And this is Juha. You'll always hear people, when they're talking to you about their networking opportunity, they're always going to talk to you about their top producer. Well, you know what? I'm not talking to you about the top producer of OneCoin. I'm talking to you about the top producer of OneCoin, but also the top producer of networking marketing companies, period. Nobody has made the amount of money that Juha is making with the OneCoin opportunity. 4 million a month. And one of the quotes that he made that I just love, some people miss the message because they are too busy looking for the mistake. And I relate to this, guys. I relate to this. In 2009, I missed the message of Bitcoin because to me, it made no sense how a 13-cent coin had value. It just didn't make any sense to me. And then it became, I'm just looking for, it's too good to be true. Oh, people are telling me it's a fraud. People are telling me it's a scam. I'll save my $100. I won't buy 769 Bitcoins for $100 because I was too busy looking for the mistake. And straight up, these are wise words from a wise man. Now, these are strong words from a strong man. And I'm telling you, Dr. Stan, strong man, nothing but respect for this guy. But I love this quote that he says, education that does not produce a change in your heart, movement in your feet, or money in your pocket is wasted information. And that's a fact. And I need you to know, the education package that you're going to purchase with OneCoin, it will produce a change in your heart. Just like you're seeing with your friends and family. Do you not, like whoever got you to watch this today, do you not see the movement in their feet the education has created for them? Are you following their posts? I don't know how involved they are with OneCoin, but I know a lot of us are buying cars, traveling, doing all this other fun stuff. Are you seeing that this is far from wasted information? This is putting money in people's pockets. And it is just that real. And strong, powerful people all over the world are being part of this opportunity. But understand, you don't need to be a networking guru to do this. You don't. What you need to be able to do is to talk to your friends and family. You need to understand that a lot of people are going to say no. Some people are going to send you the front page of Google and you're just going to laugh at them. So like that's going to happen. You got to accept rejection's part of this. When you're sharing an opportunity, when you're sharing an innovation, when you're sharing something where nobody can use their senses, you got to be expecting rejection. But as it says here, you cannot force someone to comprehend a message they are not ready to receive. But still, you must never underestimate the power of planting a seed. My YouTube channel, my business, me, I'm a perfect example of this, guys. I'm not a networking guru. Sure, I've been in online business going to 2007, but I wasn't an MLM, or I didn't have a drastic following of people. You know, like I was promoting dating sites, I was promoting businesses, I was doing my thing online, making money, working from my robe. OneCoin just gave me a whole new opportunity of doing this. Instead of working a business, instead of doing this, I'm part of an innovation. I'm part of something from the ground up. And like I've said in many of my other videos, I don't serve my country with a gun. I am now serving my country with word of mouth. I want to help get as many Canadians educated, as many North Americans educated, as many people in the world educated to this opportunity. Because there's no question in my mind that this is just that. It is a huge opportunity. And like I promised you, I'm not here to hype. I presented facts. And a reminder, March 25th, cryptocurrency listed as property. September 17th, Commodity Future Trading Commission announced cryptocurrency is now a commodity. Sorry, that should say now commodity. OneCoin started selling education September 27th, 2014. Princeton, Berkeley, Harvard, few top universities started offering courses a year later, September 2015. In the first year, OneCoins went from 50 cents to $4.45. Today, the value is $5.65. We are the fastest growing cryptocurrency ever. We started mining our coin January 2015. We are the fastest growing network marketing company ever. We started selling our education packages September of 2014. And we are the first to achieve $1 billion in sales in our first year. This is how real this is. This is what you spent your time on today. And once again, thank you for spending it with me. Don't hesitate. Go back to your friend and family that got you to watch this and set up a three-way. If I'm the one, if you're my friend or family, then it's time that you come talk to me. It's time that we have a discussion. Because whether you're direct sponsor or whether you're on my team sponsor, it don't matter. You're on my team. I want you part of this. We are all one within OneCoin. Don't hesitate with any questions. Reach out for your three-way. Thank you very much. Good night and bye for now.